Welcome to hell.
I perform this song all the time and I'm forgetting the lyrics now. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your hand grenade and gun? Oh, how could I marry such a pretty girl as you before the war is won? So off to the factory she did go while the soldier lit a fuse, taking our time, the ammunition line, singing patriotic tunes. I can't explain why I am feeling so alone. I can't explain it when there's no one in this home. My time is running out, I'm missing you. I got a job to do for me and you on the ammunition line. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your hand grenade and gun? How could I marry such a pretty girl as you when I'm on the Western Front? So up to the tavern she did go for a cocktail and a tune. She bumped her head and woke up in her bed with a man she never knew. I can't explain why I am feeling so alone. I can't explain it when there's no one in this home. My time is running out, I'm missing you. I got a job to do for me and you on the ammunition line. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me before the war is won? Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me? Baby, on the way. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me before the war is won? Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me? And do I even get a say? Do I ever get a say? How could I marry such a pretty girl as you when I died the other day?
Hello and welcome to the Jersey Shore Musicians Podcast. Fuck him. I'm Matt. Forget him. Tonight we got Jake from Free the Witness.
Hey, golf club.
Hey guys.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Any problems finding the place?
No, it was on a dark road, so.
We like it like that.
Oh, we get people that fly by like 4 or 5 times before they see the driveway.
It's like, is this the right place?
Yeah,
It was.
This can't be
It
it.
was. It was. It's that time of year. Nice and dark out.
Hey, there was that one time we went to that place with all the dump trucks in it.
Oh, when we were on the other podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
place
was a little
weird.
scary. Yeah, you sit there
Walking
and go,
past these old rusty dumpsters and shit.
We gotta get those fuckers down here.
I talked to them. We're going to get them down here.
Okay, very good. So, tell us about yourself. Tell us about the band. Like, you know, there's only one of you here, but how many are like in the band?
There's 3 others. We
Okay.
kind of just went through a lineup change, so we just added a new guy. We got drummer, bassist, and now I'm going back to rhythm guitar now. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, so.
You look happy about that.
And well, like I don't know, like it's just not. I prefer to just focus on the vocals, but I also prefer to not have too many personalities in a group.
Okay, okay.
That's one of the big killers, man.
That makes things like a lot messier, you know.
Yeah, oh,
especially if you
for
don't
sure.
line up on.
True.
Try dealing with this guy.
Yeah, it's probably a fucking hassle. So whatever.
So
It is.
Go fuck yourself. I'm fucking awesome. Anyway, these guys have names.
yeah, Jeff's our drummer, Jeff Roberts.
Great name.
Kyle Crowley. He played in a band called Vendetta Rose. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys ever heard of them.
No.
I think I did.
Asbury Park band.
Gotcha.
And super talented band, more like 80s like hair metalish.
Okay, okay.
And
Maybe
cool.
that's why I
Something different.
fucking know that name.
Yeah.
I know that name from something. I don't know what.
And then Brandon, he's actually young. He's the newest member. He plays in a band called Horseplay.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard of that one. It's like pop punk
Okay. Okay.
kind of band. So, yeah.
How long you guys been now this unit?
This unit with these guys, so we had a couple go in and out because they didn't like match what
Okay.
we all wanted. But Jeff and Kyle have been around for, I think, 3 years.
Okay.
So 2 or 3-ish years.
Yeah. Give us a little background on the band. How long you guys been as Free the Witness?
Well, Free the Witness started up when I was in North Jersey, and then the pandemic hit, and that was back in 2018 it started, and then the pandemic hit, 2019?
2020.
2020, yeah.
And I was poor, and I decided to move to Asbury Park because I thought it was the hub of music.
Mm-hmm.
So the band kind of dispersed. In 2019, pandemic hit. I moved down to Asbury Park and reformed it
Okay.
with Central Jersey musicians.
Okay.
So basically, you're the core of the band, and
Yeah, I mean, essentially. But my drummer went to high school with me, though.
all right, cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I gotta consider him a core member.
Okay.
He was in my very first band,
Oh, there you go. Well, then, yeah, he's been with you for a while.
and it wasn't even a band. We just did a photo shoot, and my car broke down, and we called it quits right after.
But you got a good story out of it.
We were
Yeah, there you go.
16.
Fuck this.
There's a picture of us 8 years before Free the Witness. We're posing and stuff like that. I stepped in shit. My car broke down, and we had a photo shoot, and we never played a note of music together.
Oh, wow.
It was a
What's up, but at least you got a
fun.
good story out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere,
And then we
right?
ended up actually playing together. So
That's cool.
Yeah,
Comes around full circle.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have stuff out now that people can find you, or?
Yeah, we just released a new single, Soldier Soldier, which I just played for you guys. Yeah, we released that one and Youth of Tomorrow on Labor Day of last year. And both of those songs are pretty energetic. We're really excited. We're in the middle of recording an LP
Okay.
with Pete Steinkoff right now. So
Nice.
Very cool.
you guys know Pete, right?
No,
I do
never
not
heard of
know
him.
Pete.
Bouncing Souls.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That
You know,
guy.
I don't know his last name.
I don't know names.
I've done
Yeah.
so much shit with those guys. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I've repaired their equipment and stuff like that.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
and then I always hear mutual friends that we have. It's like Pete from the Souls. I don't
Pete
know
from
his
the
last
Souls.
name. I don't. When you said that, I'm like, I have no idea whose name that is. And then you said Bouncing Souls. I'm like, oh, Pete. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, very good. Well,
Yeah.
that's because you're local.
Wait, what? What's that?
Well, you're kind of like local. That's like the local hub for. He's like that area's.
Yeah, Well, we recorded our last record, Deliverance, at Lake House, and we just didn't get the sounds that we wanted to.
Yeah.
And going to somebody who has been a professional punk rock musician
Yeah.
for 30 plus
Well, he
years.
knows what you're going for. Yeah.
Exactly.
He knows the sound that we're going for. And so having him produce the record is exactly what we needed
Oh,
to get with
absolutely.
our sound. You can go to a world class studio,
But
and,
have a guy that doesn't
it's
do
a
it.
great studio, really awesome equipment,
Yeah, but he doesn't understand your kind of music.
great,
Yeah.
great people. But it's different when you're it's different when you have somebody who understands the sound that you're going for.
Oh, of course.
So-
That's a big thing.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like if you had
Well, it's like if you're doing a punk album, you don't go to a hip hop studio. You know?
yeah,
It's
like
just-
Madonna, and,
Unless
goes
you're Rick
to
Rubin, then it doesn't matter.
yeah, it's true.
Sorry, I don't want to be grumpy.
Oh,
I'm
stop
tired of
it.
being called grumpy.
You are fucking grumpy.
I am. What are your future plans?
just right now we're kind of putting things on the back burner,
Okay.
focusing on just making good content, kind of storing it up and waiting to give a big push once we finish this record. So
Okay. So
That's the way
you're
to do it.
yeah. So
You-
you're gonna go the social media way, and kind of blitzkrieg it.
I don't even know. It's not even just the social media way. It's you have to do everything the right way. You can't oversaturate on the wrong shows because
Okay.
then you're playing to 5 people and it doesn't look good, right?
True.
Playing to a few people and 100 gigs just isn't the way to do things anymore. You got to pick the right gig at the right time. I've oversaturated so many gigs and that was a waste of our time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have just gone to the practice studio.
Because technically, if you were just playing to the people that you brought,
Yeah.
they've already heard you. You're not picking up anybody
Exactly.
new.
So it kind of has to go in. It needs to be in conjunction with the social media push.
Okay.
Build up the social media right, and build up momentum towards a good show and promote it, and so just oversaturating kills it.
Oh yeah, I would say if you do like 1 or 2 shows a month that are solid, and so, some of these bands play 2-3 nights a week.
Yeah.
And if you're playing within 20 minutes of the last place you played, what good are you really doing yourself?
It's the same market. You got to
Yeah.
go to different places.
It's that big fish in a small pond theory.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, like, is that really
No.
really what you
Whoever
want?
sits there and is like, I played blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's like, shut the fuck up. It's
mean,
been in this one little spot. What is that
Yeah.
doing for you?
I've played the Stone Pony. Bruce Springsteen has. He has like billions and billions of followers. I have like maybe 100. That's being generous. I probably have none.
Yeah.
We have 5.
We're
so
right
don't
there
worry.
with you. We got maybe 6 by now.
I'm going to see if I can lose
He's here
that.
today, so we got 6.
Oh, okay, perfect.
One more.
You got me. Yeah.
So, all right, so you're in the studio. Now you're doing it as a whole band. Like, you're not just going in there and like laying tracks to a drum machine and like all this and then, okay, all right, I just, hey, you never know. Some people like
Real
that.
deal. Yeah. Getting into the studio together and doing a record together.
Okay, so like, what's the process for you guys? Like the way you guys go in, like, let's take the last time you were in. How did it roll? Like, were you guys in there live? Were you, processing it to a click track? Like,
I prefer going to click over live. I'm
Okay.
just not tight enough of a musician, to be honest. I'm a good performer. I'm not a tight enough musician for,
okay,
you know.
I mean that's fair enough.
I don't trust my rhythm playing to not play to a click. So.
Okay,
At least you're honest.
Unless,
Good shit.
unless you like, and it's the same thing as like some people like, you have to be able to play to a click as well.
Oh, I believe
You
that.
know what I mean? Like,
Severely.
you also need to have practice playing to a click as well. Like, some people, if you just throw in your monitors into the entire band and be like, "All right, guys, our sets are now going to be to a click track," it'd be a fucking
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that makes it a little stale, but I mean, you got to at least if you're rehearsing with it, then you guys learn the tempos and stuff. But regardless of that, but I want to know about like, okay, how you went to the studio, you kind of did it live-ish, but also to a click, or you just like did drums and bass and then overlaid everything.
Guitar and drums first.
Oh, okay.
So like the rhythm guitar parts, I call the bones of the song. And then take the scratch guitars out, put the bass over onto the drums once the drum's done,
Okay,
and then build it up from there.
nice. And like the writing process, how's that been going? Like, are you doing it on the spot? Is this all kind of pre-prepared?
You know, I've realized I like sometimes everybody like has their own way of writing songs.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'll get like a melody in my head when I'm taking a shit. Sometimes I'll sit down and I'll figure something out on piano and I'll never even get a melody or lyrics. It just comes in different forms. But I do enjoy when we're in the studio. I've done this too many times now. But like I always like one song to be an experimental song that you kind of just work out entirely in the studio. It's a different vibe, you know. It's purely creative. It's not prepared, and you're really just having.
Well, that's when you truly get a melting pot of
Exactly.
everyone's flavor and styles, and
Yeah,
it's not like the foundation was laid by one guy where you're like, oh, I got this song worked out, and then everybody kind of just
Adds their
piles
parts,
on
yeah.
top. That's like really a true collective project.
yeah.
What are you looking at me for?
I don't know why you're looking at me.
I don't know. I was just fucking listening to you talk your wisdom.
My wisdom, yes.
You know what? I'm sorry. You should probably be doing more of the interview than I am. So I apologize. I apologize to our viewers that I should probably just be more color and you could do all the interviewing.
I don't like doing the
It
interviewing. though.
seems to be you that likes it.
No, I do the color.
Maybe it's your soothing voice.
Like Barry White.
Yeah.
Check it all
You
out.
have a great bass tone to your voice. So.
Well, I smoke a lot, so that's probably why.
That's 3 packs of Marlboro Reds a day, buddy.
That's why he's grumpy. So that's so anyway. That's interesting because if you go in and hash it out as a band right on the spot, there's definitely that magic that kind of comes with it, you know, which is cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little costly, but it's like, but
That-
it's
that
worth
part's
it.
not
at the end.
magical.
No, that part's definitely. But
That part
no,
hurts.
Hurts, yes. Exactly.
but like, man, bands don't do that anymore
Yeah,
because
I
of cost effective. I get that, but also like, man, it's you always hear the term lightning in a bottle. Well, that's what everybody's going to go catch.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like go catch that lightning in the bottle because it could be the most special thing you ever wrote.
Yeah, everything's very. I've no problem. Majority of the songs I like writing ahead of time. It's just because I'm the primary songwriter.
And I think you could be an incredible musician, but just because you're an incredible musician doesn't mean that you're an incredible songwriter.
Yep.
Very true.
Just because you're really good at an instrument doesn't make you a good band member. You know what I mean? Like there's
True.
There's a lot of give and take.
There's
and
some
yeah.
incredible guitarists that I've played with who were shitty band members. They didn't contribute. They did, and then there's
I've even met really great guitar players that just can't play with other people.
yeah.
Like by themselves, they shred and they're phenomenal.
such
You
a
put them in
weird
a group of people and they're
That's so weird.
Yeah.
To me, that's weird. But anyway, go.
and then there's these incredible, instrumentalists that have no idea how to structure a song.
Well, I think the art of writing a song is kind of dying.
You think so?
I listen to a lot of bands that whether they've been on here or whatnot, and I feel like everybody's trying to rewrite the wheel, and you don't need to do that. Like,
It's like I saw this thing the
just
other
make something good and memorable and close to your heart, and somebody else will gravitate to it.
I saw this thing the other day. This guy, he opened up his own record distribution company, like his own label, and he only uses AI to make his songs. Completely. AI completely. He's put out 872 songs in the last 75 days.
You mean the AI's put out the 870?
Yeah, but I'm saying, he has 875 songs out there making money
Wow.
in 75 days.
Oh, we're so
gotta do
screwed.
that.
We're so fucked.
But when it shit, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought.
Wait, hold on. I'll get the
And
AI.
like I said, that's made by AI, mixed by AI, everything, mastered by AI. All he does is touch a couple keyboard buttons and boom, there's a song.
So bad. So bad.
He's making money.
Yeah, I know, but it's like
It's diluting the pool for the real musicians.
Oh, I remembered what I was gonna say. Sorry, I didn't mean to
That's all
interrupt you. With this record that we're working on right now,
Mm-hmm.
I think the last one that I did, I was trying to, like you said, reinvent the wheel. I was trying to be too unique, I don't even know how to like.
You're trying to
explain
force it to be something it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember like my favorite band of all time is Bad Religion, and I was like, they're like a weird band if you think about it. They know how to keep like, they know how to write catchy hooks and stuff like that, but there's a lot of weird intricacies to their music. And I remember I tried approaching our second record from like a super like abstract, I guess, approach, and it just like didn't work. I don't know how to like, it just didn't work. And my biggest critique when I showed people that record was, songs need to have like a consistent groove throughout. It needs to be catchy. You need to hear the words and stuff like that.
yeah.
I think
that's the
people
formula.
being almost like musicians can be egotistical, right? And so that can lead to them thinking more about their own product as opposed to how people will consume it.
Somebody gets it.
Yeah. In the words of John Popper, it's the hook that brings you back.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
But no, dude, like, when people don't get that?
But we talk about it all the time.
Just kidding.
Especially
I'm
in-
only
People
joking.
have you had on the podcast.
especially in,
It might be
like I say, but especially in today's music scene, we've noticed that a majority of the bands write songs they think people want to hear, not what they want to play. They're not writing for themselves. They're writing because I think this would do good with other people. Like I think that this would take off because this is what's hot right now. And it just comes off as kind of, to me, it always comes off a little flat because it's not there.
Dude, I don't know.
I mean, I write melodies because I think that they're catchy in my head. You know what I mean? And I don't think about whether or not, like, I think about whether or not, obviously you're worried when you're writing a song, whether or not somebody's going to think that your song's catchy, right? But, like, I'd be hard pressed if you guys told me that, I can't explain why I am feeling so alone. I mean, that sounds catchy. It's a catchy melody.
Yeah.
That Soldier Soldier song I played.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And yeah, enjoy what you do, right? You gotta
guess. I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's too late for you. I mean, me. Sorry.
the most successful bands, in my opinion, are the ones that know how to harmonize well live. People like melody.
Yeah, it's true.
People really, really, really like melody.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's
Like I said, a good hook and a melody that's paramount.
Yeah.
It's paramount.
I mean, what does it come down to, really, right?
Yeah. That's connection.
Look at like,
That's how they connect.
you know, like Guns N' Roses. You're sure they have to. You're a Guns N' Roses fan.
Yep, I'm a
Like,
Guns N' Roses fan.
I'm sure that you love their deep tracks, right?
Oh my god, yeah. But
Right.
I'm a musician. I
But
don't
everybody, but there are songs on Spotify that have like billions of plays.
Oh, yeah, it's all
are
the
the ones
hits.
with the catchy hooks.
count. All the hits. You can
So-
sit there and just play "Sweet Child of Mine" for the rest of your life. and you're
Some
fucking
musicians are too pretentious to allow themselves to put those out into the world, I think.
Well, it's because there's the stigma. They got to have that like that attitude and like this is what we are. And
Like, you're just writing a 4-chord progression, man. Oh,
Man, I don't think
dude,
that matters.
Breakdown music theory, everything's pretty much a 4-chord progression.
it's like I
yeah.
always go about this with my buddy. The perfect take on that is Van Halen. Like, everybody hates Sammy Hagar and Van Halen, but that dude wrote some fucking
Yeah.
hits. Like right now, that song is fucking like timeless. It's gigantic, but people will hate it just because it's Sammy Hagar.
I guess whatever. I mean, yeah.
You know,
Like,
it's,
I get that.
but it's the difference in the melodies and the way and the way he approached it vocally that made it a completely different type of band almost.
I'm not a huge Van Halen fan. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm not either, so don't feel bad.
I'm just saying, but that's like the
And I'm a
just-
guitar player. That's the worst part.
It's so polarizing between those two crowds, the Van Hagar and the Van Halen.
Yeah.
But like I said, he came in and like right now it's probably like their biggest selling song, I would think. That song was fucking everywhere.
What was the name of it
Right now,
right now?
Hey, we'll move tomorrow.
Would I know it if I heard
oh
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
If you heard it, you would know it in a minute.
How old are you?
25.
Oh God, I want to be
Fucking
20.
Young Guns.
I'd love to- oh man, I'm 20 years.
You do
old.
got a good
I'm
head on
20
your
years
shoulder
older
for a
than
young
him.
gun, though. I'll give you that.
Yeah. That's he's talking.
I don't know about that.
How long have you been talking to your special friend lately?
Special friend?
Yeah.
Who's my special
The one
friend?
you were talking to on the way down here.
Oh,
Because
The
there's a
one, we're
lot.
not, the one we're not allowed to talk about.
maybe like 6 months.
Okay.
6 months.
So is he teaching you shit like that? Sounds like it.
No, a lot of the stuff that I've learned is
No, not about music, but I'm saying the whole business aspect of everything.
no, a lot of stuff I've learned from my own mistakes.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
See, that's so good.
Like I really like. I spent so much money when we went to Lake House to record our second album, and I remember I set a release date on it, like January 2 years ago, and we just released 12 tracks. We just dropped it.
Okay.
We just dropped it. Didn't have any content behind it. Didn't have like any music videos or anything like pre-production, pre-release plans, post-release plans. Like,
Okay.
and
Well,
then
I mean,
was-
nowadays, it's not
I was
even- it's
mad.
not
I was
even-
just like, why does this song only have 1,000 streams on Spotify? Well, because I didn't plan properly.
Well,
You know?
albums are a dying art form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's all singles based now, and
keep
like you
pushing
said, you
that
got to
content
backlog
out.
your social content and put out one song, and then do like a 2 to 3 week big push on it, and then like the fourth week that next month,
Yeah.
one more song that you have all your content backlogged for, big 3 week push on that one.
Yeah.
That seems to be the new formula.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. I'm 45. I don't care.
That's true.
I just laugh at because I'm like, fuck, I'm 20 years older than him. That's hysterical. That is so awesome.
We're a last guitarist. He was 39, so
Okay. So he's close. That's-
age doesn't matter to me.
No, I guess not. So how did that Lake House record do? Besides you saying not doing much because he didn't push it, but like what was the reviews on it?
I mean, we're a local artist, right? So it just like, how did it do? We didn't sell anything, right?
Yeah, I mean that's everybody. I mean,
Hey,
in all honesty.
how did it do for me though?
Yeah,
I
that's like
personally,
really what I meant is like what did it do for you besides being like a learning
I didn't get the
experience.
sounds that I wanted on it. I
Okay.
didn't get the sounds that I wanted on it. It was an arm and a leg,
Okay.
and it made me realize this was the second record I released, right? This was the second record I released, and it made me realize I was like, oh yeah, if I'm investing this much money into a project, maybe I should invest the right amount of post-release and pre-release
Well, you got to be prepared. Yeah,
content
yeah.
and stuff. Like you can't just drop 20 grand into a record. That's not how much I spent, but
Yeah,
I'm just
I
giving a
hope not.
number. You can't just drop like 20 grand in a record and then not have a plan for how you're going to promote it. Because then it just you're 20 grand in a
You're just
hole,
pissing it
Yeah.
in the wind.
and
Yeah.
you didn't reach anybody. You know.
True.
So
Yeah.
I'd rather be in the hole, 20 grand, and like still reach thousands of people if I planned properly, than be in the hole 20 grand.
Yeah, see, I know I do work for a guy that same is that theory is like, yeah, I'm going to be in the hole and I know I'm not going to make that money back, but I'm reaching this. I'm getting onto, whether it's TV or, shit
Yeah, it's
like
all step
that.
in the process,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's like, he'll take his album and cut it up. So
Yeah.
it's like commercial-esque. So he submits it to commercials
It's good.
and he makes money off that. He makes more money doing that than he does sales and playing.
That's
It's
crazy.
just like, what the fuck am I doing?
It's like when do they have that with venues pay to play?
Oh,
It's for the exposure, man. We're not going to pay you anything. It's for but really exposure is super important.
it is, but you got to be
Not
to the
live.
right band that
Yeah,
you're
but
opening
you
up
don't
for.
sell your soul to the devil for it. That's
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the thing.
I mean, there's two ways to look about it. Who are you opening up for? Is it a band that kind of sounds you're in the same realm? Then
I mean, if
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
grab
pull
some
a
people.
lot of new fans out of it, it could be worth it. But chances are you're still losing out on that deal.
you'll always lose out, but you'll gain fans that will actually
New
maybe
fans
buy your
care,
stuff.
and it's a source of income.
Yeah.
it's a source of it's like a subscription, right?
Yeah,
If
it's
they
like going to the
really
casino.
you.
The house always wins, man.
Yeah.
the house
Yeah,
always wins.
yeah.
So I just had my first casino experience the other week.
Oh no!
yeah?
Let's hear it. We got to hear
Yeah,
this.
I budgeted myself 20 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Canada. You'd be surprised. The security at Canadian casinos is like null and void.
You don't say, eh?
Hey.
Yeah, I tried. Me and my girlfriend went up for our anniversary trip, and I said, let's get a bottle of wine for later, right? And we'll drink it later after we go to the casino. And she's like, Jake, you can't bring a bottle of wine into a casino. I was just like, all right, we'll get a cheap bottle of wine. We'll get a cheap bottle of wine. So if they tell us we can't have it, I'll just throw it out. It's like no big deal.
Yeah.
We get it to the casino, right? And they're just like, well, you can't go in with that, eh? I was just like, what? Why? Just let me come in with a bottle of wine. It's closed, right? So he told us to put it around the corner. He's just like, well, I don't think anybody's looking. Just put it around the corner and maybe you can come back to it later.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine if a security guard in the U.S. said something like that?
They'd be like, get the fuck
They'd
out.
be like, get your hands and knees. Bitch, this is my casino.
You're getting your ass thrown out the front door.
You get like stripped for like drugs and yeah.
I think we need a cavity
And so
search.
we finished going to the casino. I spent all my $20, and we go down the escalator. We're leaving, and he's just like, "Oh, you might want to check around the corner to see if the bottle's still there, man.
Was it?
Can you show me? I want to know if it's still there, if it worked." I was like, what is this guy?
Okay.
You're telling me to break the rules.
Did it work?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. See, there you go. He's like giving you
I
the
still
nudge,
have my
nudge.
Canadian wine, but like the whole time I'm thinking in my head, like if I was in America, I would have gotten like pinned against a wall.
Oh fuck yeah! You'd have been thrown
I'd
out.
be like, who the fuck do you think you are?
And
Bringing
they would have
wine?
taken that bottle of wine, thrown it in the back room, and by the time you left, it had been drank already.
No, they would have sold it.
Yeah.
They would have drank it.
They would have brought it behind the bar and sold it to like
Especially if you go to Atlantic City, that should be gone in 10 minutes.
Yeah. No
So-
shit. Pounded. Oh my god, that's great. So, so when do you think this? So this is your third record. that you're
Yeah,
doing?
well, I actually stripped the other. I kept a couple songs that I liked from the first two,
Okay.
and the direction, sound, everything kind of just changed.
Okay.
I really consider this to be my first record.
Okay.
Where I feel like, because the first one I wrote when I was 17,
Okay.
and I know it sounds like generic, but you probably think the same thing about a 25-year-old, but what the fuck does a 17-year-old know about anything when they're writing things? You know what I mean?
You never know.
I mean, it's honest, but like I'm not proud of like half the songs on that record were about a girl. You know,
Okay.
I'd rather.
Most music is about a woman.
Sex, drugs,
but
rock
you
and
know
roll.
what?
Like what else is there?
Yeah, but there's so many other topics you could
Of course.
talk about. You know,
course.
a lot of this record that we wrote about, I'm a huge history nerd.
Nice.
So a lot of this record's about World War II.
Okay.
If I didn't go to school for music and healthcare, I would have been a history teacher, man.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a history guy too, so kind of I like that. It's kind of cool.
He hit your spot.
Yeah, I was like, oh man.
I just love World War II and all that, like just history in general.
Yeah.
So like half that really the whole record's almost like I don't want to say concept record because it's not. A lot of the songs, we got Barbed Wire Town, so that's pretty self-explanatory. The Saar Offensive.
Okay.
We're a history punk.
Yeah.
We're moving away from this topic though, going forward, because it was we want to write about rock and roll and
There you go.
fast cars and
What, ZZ Top, Fast
Yeah.
Cars.
but,
That's cool though.
we got The Girl in Red, which I wrote about Schindler's List.
Oh my god.
It's more like you just have a theme for the album. Yeah.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, so would that be considered a concept
you
album?
know what?
Do
Iron
I have
Maiden
to drop
did it.
that word?
Iron Maiden
Yeah,
made
but
a
no,
career
a
out of it.
concept album is more of a overarching theme of the whole album that all ties together.
That kind of sounds
Like every song is part of one story.
sounds pretty consistent with. I'm like, this song's about World War II. This song's about World War II. This song's about World War II.
Yeah, but it's telling different parts of
Yeah,
different
yeah.
stories.
You're just
Oh,
using
Like a concept album would be
like-
one album, and every song is all part of one story.
Yeah. Which my second record actually was about Dante's Inferno.
There you go.
So it's weird shit, right?
That's cool.
So, but
That's cool.
Maybe
man.
there is hope.
There
for
is.
for these
There
young
really
guys.
is. You got to pull it out of like some of them. He's got it.
He's got a good head on.
Not
his
that I'm
shoulders.
the expert. I'm not an expert. I just lived through enough shit that they don't want to listen.
so
I'm
but how many
grumpy.
how many people want to like listen to like
They don't.
World War II stuff? At the end of the day, they're gonna want to listen to like sex, drugs, rock
but,
and roll.
Yeah, but you know
No,
what?
not
though?
even that
Some
much
of them
anymore.
Won't know it. Some won't know.
Yeah.
You're not sitting there going, Patton's fucking storming the field. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah. I still make it relatable within, that song Soldier Soldier. It's very pretty obvious what it's about.
Yeah.
But it's actually, it's
That could
about
still be
it's
for
about a
today.
breakup that I had. You know?
Okay.
So I kind of like tied it into the themes while
Yeah,
also
so, I mean-
making it
Historical.
yeah.
Anything you
cool.
write, you're always drawing on personal experience.
Yeah.
No
Exactly.
no matter what you do.
So, which is why I'm really proud with the record. I'd say
Okay.
it's my first real record. I felt like I really had a direction with it.
When, like, how far along are you? Like, when do you think it'll be done?
It'll be done within, I think, within 2 or 3 weeks. The whole
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it'll be out. No.
No.
When are you
but
planning
you gotta
to
planning
release
it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe at the end of the year.
Okay.
So, we got a huge fan base.
Yeah, they're all chomping at the bit. Waiting
Yeah.
for it. I know. I love it. It's gotta love.
They're shaking in their boots. They can't wait.
Was that too grumpy?
My six followers. So
Well, your 6 and our 6 get together with them. There's 12.
that's 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come together like
Superstar.
Voltron.
Yeah, man, it'd be perfect. Did you just scissor yourself? Oh, sorry. Wait, hold on. My bad.
Stop it.
It's
I love
like
getting in
low
trouble.
hanging fruit though to be talking. So I feel fulfilled when I'm talking about. There's a million. I could talk. I could write a song about golf clubs, right? Like there's so many other topics that you could talk about.
There's
That's
everything.
not the low hanging fruit of like what everybody already hears. That's
Yeah,
easily
the heartbreak and the
digestible.
breakup and
You
yeah.
know, like I said, and that's that fine line of okay, well, then am I being egotistical, right? How we were talking about musicians with
yeah.
that. It's just I feel like this gray area. You got to find a balance. You
That's
know
really
I mean?
what it is. There's balance.
You
to
can't
it.
get lost up.
You
in
could
your
throw
own
the
art.
one song out there about the heartbreak just to appease that crowd,
Yeah.
and then make but I think you should write music for yourself, and you should be fulfilled in what you're doing. And if nobody else is, fuck them.
Yeah. It was definitely the most.
How's that working out for everybody?
I don't give a fuck. I have fun.
It was the most fulfilling. It was the most fulfilled I've ever felt with writing.
Well, no, that's good.
Yeah, so we'll say this is your first complete record.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm so
whatever
excited
works,
for it.
man.
I'll show you guys a hidden track.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Hidden tracks.
do people even do hidden tracks anymore?
It's not a
Apparently,
hidden,
it's coming
well,
back.
I mean, it's not released.
You
to the
should do
world
a
right
hidden
now, so
track.
I should.
Yeah, just give 6-8 minutes of silence on the end of the last track, and then
That'd be funny.
little ditty at the end.
Piss people off.
Nobody does that shit anymore. I used to love that.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
You're like, why is the last song 16 minutes? And it's 8 minutes of silence.
Yeah. It's like the fucking last Rope Tree record. Except that hidden track was called "Fuck You" and I Hope You Die.
Well, there you go.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Every day I'm slowly getting closer to my own demise. I think I'm holding on to something toxic in my system as it travels through my veins. As it travels through my veins, here we are, sitting on this broken pavement. I'm victimized, the reason with depression that I make. Here alone, sitting on this broken pavement. Here alone, to reason with decisions that I made. And deep within our hearts, we build up walls and then watch them fall apart. We'll be remembered by these passing times. Here and now, I'm finally making something of myself. Then I find power of my own tuition. Comes and goes, silent as a night that slowly dies. Here we are, deep within my own perspective. I'm victimized to love myself within these heavy arms. I find myself and slowly start to be constricted. Find myself building up and slowly fall apart. And deep within our hearts, we build up walls and then watch them fall apart. We'll be remembered by these passing times. Oh, oh. Desperation aggravate the world today. It's nuclear, it's not so clear we're on the brink. They say you have the world within the palm of your hands, and they say respect your elders while they damage our lands. Say it like you mean it to me. 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 Like you mean it to. Like you mean it to. Like you mean it to. You mean it to me.
What are your feelings on venues closing? Because there's been a lot of those. Not many opening back up.
You know, I don't know. I feel like I'm cursed, right? Every time, like, I played the Saint, and then the Saint, like, closed down right after we played it. And then I played House of Independence, and it closed down, like, 2 weeks later.
Well, they didn't close down. That's the place that flooded, right?
Yeah, they got
I'm going to Stone Pony next, guys.
Go.
Don't threaten us with a good time.
No, I mean, I've been privileged with, you know, what the Stone Pony has done for me. They got us onto Punk and Drublic, and so.
Yeah.
But I'm of a select. I don't actually know if there's many musicians that ever got to play the summer stage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Dio.
It's very, very rare to see a local on the summer stage.
Yeah. I mean, it was
they'll play
awesome.
inside,
Yeah.
like before or after.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know it too. Is like when you have the summer stage show outside, and then they have the band playing inside. The band playing inside is technically a completely different show.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit of a loophole.
Yeah.
But no, we had to be approved by Live Nation, so we don't suck that bad.
No, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Did we make a lot off of that show? Not a lot, but you know what? That's one of those things where we played in front of a couple thousand people.
That's an experience for you. That's what that
You know,
was.
that was. I said to the guys after that show, you know, we got to hang out with Descendants face to face, No Effects. They were kind of in the green room doing, you know, No Effects things, but yeah,
That's cool.
but I mean, that was. I'd be happy. I'm happy and grateful that I even had that experience, because there's some people who don't even get to that point.
Yeah.
There's some people who just
Like I said, it's an experience
play
for you,
bars.
yeah.
You know, play bars and like never make it up to that point. I feel like that was my what do you call it? That was my I made it moment.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah, I didn't make it, but like,
Yeah, it's a
but
cool thing,
I
yeah.
made it for myself.
That's like the highlight of your musical career at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was cool. We were on a advertised poster that was being pushed to thousands of people with no effects. My band name was under No Effects.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I made it for myself just with that. You
Yeah,
know?
self gratification.
Good for you, man.
So
All right, well, we're going to give you the last question on your way out of here. But before that,
Here's a
Give a
word
little-
from our sponsor. No, just kidding.
give a little shout out to our sponsors, Low Fidelic
yeah, that's
Records on Main Street in Belmore,
Nice.
and Manafirkin Brewery.
I love that place.
Down on West Manafirkin. They're on West Bay Avenue in Stafford Township, down in Manahawkin.
Yeah, they're very
I
good.
like breweries. I need to try it out.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
gone to like every single one in the area. I guess not that.
We
one.
love Manafirkin. They have great beer. They let us put on shows there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in the summer we do outside shows with full bands, and over the winter we've been doing some acoustic stuff.
Nice.
Very
Which-
successful one. that we
When this
just did.
episode comes out, all our acoustic sets from the December show will be up on our YouTube
Oh,
for you
cool.
to check out.
Cool.
We got was that Burnt Tavern, Second Skin, and Figured Out. All did really killer sets for us. It was a really great night. Everybody came out. Good showing. Good bands. It was a good time.
It was really good. I
This is
came
our
out-
first time talking since we did that show, I believe.
Well, yeah, because then it was the holidays.
Yeah, and we took a little break.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was about
Apparently,
to
I
kill
was
this guy.
too grumpy.
Yeah, well, you're always fucking grumpy. I tell you this all the time. I'm grumpy too, but
Grinch.
Yeah.
we're just old and jaded. That's it. You know, we've been there. Like we did that shit when we were younger, and we're the grumpy old guys sitting up on the balcony like the Muppets, like just laughing at everybody else.
I have to admit, when I see a band like fuck something up, it is kind of cool.
Yeah.
You go, I remember that. That sucks. I know how that feels, but god damn, it's funny from here.
When you're sitting there like a lesson got learned today. Like you said, sometimes you just got to take your licks and learn your lessons, and not doing that again.
Roll with the punches. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where can people find you on social media?
Oh, everywhere. Oh, like our
That's
handle.
good. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. See, I'm old. You gotta just. I'm not gonna say handle.
He had like a reboot moment there. He's like,
He's like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
my brain froze. You know, because I was gonna say something. Say something before that. I was gonna say I'm jaded too, but you wouldn't think. You know, but
Nah,
I mean, everybody's
there's-
jaded to an
yeah.
extent.
it's
You know?
it's because I work in healthcare, so like I have
Oh, that
to
doesn't
deal
help.
with people, sick people all day. And
Yeah, I can see the people thing sucks.
yeah, my ADHD brain was stuck on that while trying to remember what our
that's
band's
cool.
name was. What was I gonna say? Free the Witness. At Free the Witness. There's no other band with that name.
Well, that's
One-
good.
one word?
That's why I
Very good.
picked that name.
No underscores or hyphens, just Free the Witness, one word.
Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
So when you put that in Google, what comes up?
Me. Actually, you
Does
know
it?
what? Actually, me. And then, have you guys heard of the video game Watch Dogs?
No.
No.
It's this. It's a video game that came out in like the mid 2010s,
Okay.
and there's like this mission
You got to free the witness.
that you have to free the witness. And so like you see my band's name, and then you see like a Watch Dogs tutorial on YouTube. I'm like, now we're above that. It used to be above us.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
So you climbed
Yeah.
up, so that you'll be the first thing.
Yeah,
You don't know. I
Fuck
mean, so
Watch
many
Dogs.
people have like fucked up names when you Google them. It's like the stupidest. All right, so
We've
not
been
all
asking
stupid,
everybody
but-
this question because it's kind of funny that we've hit a point with technology and the way social media works that like when you put a band together and come up with your name, you really do have to like think like if I put this word or name into Google, are we going to be on page 1
Yeah.
or are we going to be on page 907?
Yeah.
You know, it's a
didn't
it's
have
a
to
real
worry about it
factor.
back
Yeah.
then.
It's like anybody who has that, and I'm sorry, Kyle, I love you. Vendetta Rose was a great band, but if you have like Rose in the band name, right? Guns N' Roses is gonna come up like, like
Isn't Vendetta Rose also a movie?
I don't know,
There's V for Vendetta.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. I'm thinking of. Okay.
but it's like if I,
Yeah, Rose, Axl Rose.
it's like every
Rose
band that
McGowan.
calls themselves the starts with the word the.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a tag though. Like I think the.
It would really use the other words as key search because that is too common of a word.
Yeah,
I
it is.
believe.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, like so if you look up the Doors or just Doors.
Well, then Doors might come up.
Well, yeah, you didn't have to worry about that back then. But actually, if you look it up, it will.
Be
the
the
music
band?
will come up.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, they're big.
They're
enough.
more popular
Yeah, they're a
than
little bit.
Doors.
I think they could overpower some things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
So-
Their label's probably like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
But we're over the video game now, so
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
that
means you're
was
climbing.
another career defining moment. When
Fuck yeah, we're above that damn
Punk and
game.
Drublick and we overcame the video game.
Okay.
We outsearched the video
But
game.
that's good. Like that's how people can find you, and like
Yeah.
you know, I mean, there's so many times you sit there and try to Google band name, and it's like everything else comes up.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Well, last question. If there's one singular thing you could change about the music scene locally, what would it be and why? And you can't be like that to make that to make that. Just you could change one single aspect of the local music scene. What would it be and why?
Can I think about this answer?
I knew I put that one in
Yeah,
there
now,
for a
you
reason.
made it now you made it really serious. I got to
right.
give a good answer after that one.
Oh my
I still
God,
got to get the
dude.
Jeopardy theme in there.
All right, let me think about this.
Don't touch.
Holy Santa Claus shit.
Where's that from?
Elf.
Elf.
But no, it's Step Brothers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way.
That's like the best part of the movie to me. Andre Bocelli.
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry, the question.
Reel it in, kid. Reel it in.
Yeah, well, I want to give a good answer because you heard what I said before, but I don't even think, like, if there's one thing that could actually change.
Nothing. Guess who? Stop touching shit. I keep telling you, stop touching shit.
I think, yeah, I actually know a really good answer. I was gonna say, like people need to like get and they just give people chances and stuff, but fuck that. Like that still happens. People get chances. Everything's so clicky. Everything's so clicky, and it just bothers me.
I mean, that's
It just
Well, I mean,
bothers me.
shit,
You
look
know
where
what I
you're
mean?
from.
Listen, like connections are like crucial and stuff like that, but there's a very big high school-esque vibe to it where like if you're not hanging out with these bands and going to see these bands or like I spoke to this one kid and I was just like, hey, do you have like any like ideas, like, and I reached out to him and I said, do you have like any ideas to help like with like my promotion or like like maybe like getting on like a basement show or something like that? And he goes, well, are you going out to shows every week to see people? Dude, I work a full-time job in an emergency department, 12-hour shifts cleaning up people's shit or like being threatened to get killed. And then I have to focus on writing songs and do like I don't have time to be going to
most of the time the
I know
person that's
that's not-
saying that is an entitled kid living on daddy's money.
like
It's true. It's a trap.
It is a trap.
I can just because I'm not coming to see a band in person doesn't mean that I'm supporting you any less. I'm like I can't be going to shows every Friday. I can't be because the time that I'm focusing on is focusing on building my brand, my music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get it. Like you have to like hang out with people and stuff like that and like network, but it's unreasonable to be like, oh, you going to shows every week?
I get that too because even with the podcast, like I have gone to shows of people that I'm close with, do a little video for them here and there, and I get other people that are like, oh, can you come to our show and do this? Can you come to our show and do that? I'm like, bro, I work a full-time job. I do this. I'm in a band. I go to school full-time. I got 2 kids. I'm married. Like I go when I can. It's not
Yeah.
very often, but when I actually can go, I do.
Yeah, if you're not gonna help me,
And like I
get
got a
onto
plan for
Basement
that.
show.
shit.
That's yeah.
If you're not gonna help me get onto a basement show because I'm not going out every weekend to New Brunswick to
That's all. New
to go-
Brunswick has always been a very weird scene, man.
Yeah, but it's just like and I'll say this about the Asbury scene too. The Asbury scene's very cliquey as well.
It's always been that way.
Same.
Scenes
It's-
are always cliquey. You're never going to get away from that.
I'm not a cliquey person. You can't escape it. It's everywhere you go. It's
It's always been that way. It's gonna always
in
be that way.
High school. It's in the music scene, and I didn't fit in high school, so
It's because people's egos. That's
Yeah.
all about egos.
I didn't fit in high school, so I don't understand that. logic, you know. So
See, we've come up on this conversation a couple times where it's like, oh yeah, be in a community and follow this and him and that and that. And it's like, well, yes, because you want to be supportive and a nice person. I don't want to be grumpy all the time. But also,
Just most of the time.
Yeah, just most of it. But like realistically, what is that getting you?
Yeah.
Realistically, like not to be an asshole, but like we said it before, you're gonna go play a show to 5 fucking people that have seen you already a billion times. I
heard you.
What the fuck is the point?
already, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, you're not gaining anything from
Plus,
that.
are you really? And this is the other
The only
thing.
thing that's doing is fulfilling
Well,
your
I
ego.
said that too. I said that to somebody and they didn't like this answer. It's like, are you really supportive or are you just fucking like putting on a fake fucking smile and just trying to gain for yourself?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Like, okay, yeah. Do you really want me to come out every week?
And with that, I bid you adieu.
Yeah. Do you really want me to come out every week, or is this a transactional relationship? Really?
That's, yeah.
You know what I mean? And
No,
I'd rather.
They want you to fulfill their ego.
I'd rather be transparent and be like, hey, can you help me get this show? I'll help you with this show, instead of pretending that I like your music and I like doing, coming out to see you, when in reality I don't. It's not my cup of tea. And I'd rather just be upfront and be like, hey, you help me get a show, I help you get a show.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense to me, instead of bullshitting somebody.
True.
You
We
know,
live in a fake world, my friend.
And that's why you make enemies, because you tell the truth.
So that is
That's why
my-
I'm grumpy.
I know.
People call me grumpy.
We don't.
Oh, I'm
we
sorry,
don't.
not
It's like,
people.
we don't sugarcoat shit. We tell it like it is. We've been there. We've done that. We got the fucking t-shirts.
Yeah.
Like we're not the t-shirt salesman anymore.
No.
We're the elder statesman.
We're pulling the
But
veil.
I can't remember. I want to remember. Was that Zach? Was it Zach that said the t-shirt line? Who was that?
What?
Remember, somebody came on here and said when you're in a band, you're pretty much just a glorified t-shirt salesman. Who said
Oh,
that?
I don't fucking remember.
I mean, it's pretty true.
Was it Cranston?
Well, it definitely wasn't me.
Might have been Cranston.
That sounds like something Cranston would say. Or was it Rachel?
No, it was definitely way before that. It was an older episode. I'll have to go back and find that because it bothers me. Like that one sticks in my head, but I can never remember who said it.
Oh,
we
about podcasts? That podcast?
No,
No,
just being
just
in a band,
bands.
you're pretty much just a glorified t-shirt salesman
Yeah.
because that's how you make it. It's the only way you make your money is selling t-shirts and shit.
I mean, you're not making money off of streams, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're gonna roll that 0.03 cents a spin.
I got
out.
an idea how we can bring CDs back.
Oh.
The cases that they're in should be coasters.
So at least they're
Everybody wants a
functional.
drink coaster.
If you
least they're
slam a drink down hard and
functional, yeah.
smash the CD inside.
Well, no, you can pull it out. Like, oh, check this out. And then put your drink right back on top of it. It's fucking fine. It could be a drink coaster that holds your CD, but still has your fucking band logo on it. I think it's a great idea. I think somebody should steal that.
You go with that one, pal.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
All right. Thanks for coming, man.
Yes,
really
thank you. It
appreciate
was
it.
a pleasure,
Thank you
man.
so much.
Be sure to check him out on all the social medias at Free the Witness, right? At Free the Witness.
Yep.
One word.
Where are you looking at?
The camera, asshole.
Just like, what are you doing?
You know the thing that's recording us right now?
He's sitting right there.
But I'm talking to the people that are watching the video, so I'm trying to look at them.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We're out of here. Thanks. Where is it? Oh, where's my button, man? Thank you. And we're out.
All right. Haven't done this song in years. This one's Loose Cigarettes. I'm isolated now on my street of serenade. Inside my head, it's a constant escapade. So who are they to judge if I feel alright? Well, I've been locked in my own head all these sleepless, lonely nights. Holding to my stars because I know they shine so bright. So who are they to judge if I feel alright? And if you loosen my chains, you'll see that I'll break away. You'll find my misery. With these tears you'll find I'm weaker than you thought.
And so I cross my arms, hold my eyes to the memories on the wall at night. Things will never be as perfect as they seemed. I overthink too much, it always gets the best of me. It comes in a form of my own anxiety. My tides will rise and fall from only me. They made me dot my eyes and cross my T's behind these paper bars. To scream a silent scream, myself arise and fall from only me. Well, they made me dot my eyes and cross my T's behind these paper bars. To scream a silent scream, myself arise and fall from only me. So insane, he went while loose cigarettes hung out his mouth with no regret. And inside himself, he screamed a silent scream. Oh,